Yeah, I entered preschool. Yeah, it was preschool around in Ferndale. Went to a nice school there. Here's a picture. I then went on to the Lutheran School for the Deaf. And they had a good program there, but they didn't rely so much on signing. And it was about the year 1974 is when they actually started doing mainstream. And I went to this new school, but I really didn't like it. I was against it. Unfortunately, my parents took me out of that school. And then went to a different school a couple different times, but that was helpful. I actually learned sign language in that deaf school. But some of the signs were a little different. So there are a couple different ways we learned crying and driving. All kinds of different things. There was a different variety there. Now my mom, she's deaf. And some of the signing was really difficult for us, and so we first started out with finger spelling. And for her, when she was learning, it was much harder. She was at MSD, and they'd always have to be very quiet and careful when teachers were walking around. And as I learned it, I really wanted to know everything there was in the world. I was very motivated. Now, yeah, around 1974, there really wasn't much before that. And as I moved on and was able to finish college, I got a profession in the medical lab, in the medical community. You know, a lot of people really struggle with like seeing blood or something, and that's a big deterrent. But for me, I was totally fine with it. Now, a lot of people were dying from some kind of a blood disease around there. And it ended up being from HIV or AIDS. And we really didn't have much information or technology around that time to be able to be helpful. And there was another person in my life who had amazing signing skill. And I just was mesmerized and really wanted her to teach me more so I could improve my skill. And we finally became almost equal in our abilities.